other people. And the simple question to them was, do you require a college degree in order to hire someone? 90% of them, and these are the big companies around the world, said, no, we no longer do. We're very open to hiring someone who doesn't have it. And it was, I think, I wrote it down here so I wouldn't forget, 47% of them, excuse me, felt that college did not prepare students for the working world. Part of the problem with college, I think, as I've talked to people as I've worked on this book and done some speaking about it, is that a lot of the older generation have this rosy idea of college, right? This liberal arts education, and we're going to shape kind of my child into this like studious, contributing member of society. And there are many institutions where if you go there, that is definitely the product that you will have output for. That is not most colleges. Most colleges and the governments that fund them and so forth treat college as being, what do they call K through 12? Being college and career ready, right? That's the whole focus of the conveyor belt. We want to get you ready to college, then we want you to get a good job. It's job training. And if you're honest and talking to most young people who are on that conveyor belt and going to college, that's how they see it. They don't see it as this world-class liberal arts education to shape me into a person who's a critical thinker and I can go off into the world and do whatever. Most of them perceive it as job training. Surveys validate this quite heavily. And so if that's the case, if the predominant reason for going to college is that it's job training, we have to question if in the year 2019 that's really the case. I'll use me again as an example. So I went to college and I came out a web developer. And I went to go get my first job and they asked me, we looked over my resume, they said, what did you learn in school? And I had to show them what I learned in school. It was insufficient to just say, I went to BYU and I graduated in information technology. They wanted me to demonstrate that I knew how to do what I supposedly learned how to do. So I got the job, great. I then applied for another job a couple years later. They couldn't care less about my college experience, my GPA, the degree, nothing. All they want to know was my last job. Because measuring someone's success in job performance is only as valid as whatever you last did. They don't care about 10 years ago. They don't care about college. They want to see, well, what did you do at that last company? How current are you? What have you learned? What can you be able to perform and what do you know how to do? Fundamentally, going to college is really about acquiring a signal, okay? We call it a degree. You're getting a degree, but you're there to purchase a degree. What's interesting about that is if you go to college for social reasons, if you even go for academic reasons, you can audit classes, you can sit in on classes, you can learn what's being taught. That's not why people go to college, right? They don't audit classes. They don't, go to a library and study on their own. They're going to purchase a piece of paper, as Erica Goldston said, at the end that validates to whatever employer who sees it, I know how to do things, hire me. That's all a degree really is. It's a signal. It's a signal to employers that you are worth something to them, right? Because if it was all about self-discovery and becoming a critical thinker, you can do that as, the Thomas Jeffersons of yesteryear did and just get an apprentice, or not apprentice, get a mentor, or go sit in a library, or today just go online and watch a ton of YouTube videos, right? There are tons of ways to learn and build your own character and personality and knowledge absent going to college. College is about the degree. The degree is a signal. So the real question for the parents in the crowd and the rising generation who's going on this conveyor belt is, what are other ways that you can signal to a potential employer that you are worth something?